if you take a good shot and you're tough and you're in condition and you do certain basic things and you have heavy hands and you're unconventional, so the shots are coming in from awkward angles, Gabe, that's kind of a dangerous fight for anyone to take.
Absolutely, man. And he's a big puncher. You know, it's a dangerous fight for Teo.
Max Kellerman's warning is sending shockwaves through boxing as he reveals why Teofimo Lopez could be walking into serious danger against the explosive power and pressure of Rolly Romero.
Rolly, he'll just do the same thing over and over if it's working. He's not gonna switch it up on you. So that's what I like about Rolly.
So Teo is a 2 to 2.5 to 1 favorite. It's minus 230 for Teo, and Rolly's plus one, high ones, right? 178. So it's about a 2 to 1-ish kind of fight. You're picking the upset. You pick the upset.
In Max's view, Teofimo's only path to victory is treating Rolly Romero as a serious threat and bringing his absolute best performance into the fight.
The only reason I say is it's just mentally I want to see where Teo's at. Athletic-wise, skill-wise, Teo's the guy. He's really that guy. But mentally, is he going to make those adjustments, especially coming off a tough loss?
Yeah, I think it depends on how dangerous he thinks Rolly is.
And it wasn't just a tough loss. It was, you know, he got beat up pretty bad. He had cuts over his face, so it wasn't just a simple loss.
Yeah, I think when Teo feels that the guy in front of him is a threat, he fights his best.
For sure.
And Shakur's going to do that to everyone, right? Like, you know, it's just Teo's one of the guys on the list. But the question really for me is, does Teo look at Rolly as a threat? If he does, then I expect to see the best version of Teo.
Stepping into the discussion, Mike Coppinger explains why the weight difference could favor Rolly, believing the welterweight division is the perfect stage for his physical advantages.
Rolly's had one fight at 147 now, and in that fight against Ryan Garcia, I was ringside on the call, and the first thing that stood out to me was, wow, Rolly looks good at 147. He had big legs, he filled out very well, and a lot of fighters, as you know, Gabe, are fighting at the wrong weight.
Yeah.
And I think when Rolly gets downgraded, Max, and maybe he gets underrated, it's because he looks bad against Pitbull. Pitbull beat him up and stopped him at 140, and he also did not look good against Ismael Barroso. That was a very controversial stoppage, and he was getting beat up in that fight. So maybe he's a new fighter now, maybe the weight, maybe it's something, but we're gonna find out in this fight which one it is.
Would you have your spinach this morning? That's an excellent point. Every now and then, you really come through with this. It's a really good point. It's also, a lot of fighters are fighting at the wrong weight, and as they find their right weight.
Agreeing with Mike, Max highlights how sharp Rolly looked against Ryan and Gabe Rosado, while believing the pressure is on Teofimo after his Shakur Stevenson fight.
It's funny because I normally don't think of inactivity for a guy like Rolly. I think his awkward style, he relies less on timing. I think Mike is right, though. He looked sharp against. It's not like I don't want to short sell him. It's not just that he was awkward against Ryan Garcia. He looked sharp against Ryan Garcia. He was protecting for he was blocking, you know, his hand was right up here catching the hook.
I get what you're saying, but I think the time off is cool because he gets the rest, and the one that's coming off a tough camp and a tough fight is Teo. And the pressure's really on Teo. He has to come back and he has to look like his old self. So I think the pressure's more on Teo, and especially seeing where's the chemistry with him and his father in that corner. That's gonna play a big factor too. Getting
real, Tim Bradley has raised doubts about Teofimo's power, claiming that he has not shown the knockout ability many fans believe he possesses.
Ain't got no power. 140 ain't knocked nobody out. He going to 47, jumping up 7 pounds. I've done it. It's different. Rolly thumping. It's different. Rolly is thumping. He can punch. He been at 47 for some time now. It's a different feeling when you get hit with them bricks. And Rolly got that freaky strength. That special freaky strength. You know, y'all get it. However, Teo, is he gonna have enough pop to keep him up off of him? Is he gonna have enough boxing ability? Which Teo gonna show up? Who's training Teo?
Sounding the alarm on Teofimo's corner, Bradley highlights his concerns about Teo's fighting ability and questions whether he can handle the pressure when facing Rolly.
If we gonna get a new version of Teo, are we gonna get the same guy? Did he elevate his boxing skills? You know, work on his fundamentals. So I just wonder about that. But this fight's on pay-per-view. Look, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna buy it. But yeah, a lot of people gonna pyro this mug for real. Cause I personally don't think it's pay-per-view worthy. But, and I'll tell you another thought that I had in my head. Damn, Teo's staying way far away from black fighters, Eddie. I had to say it.
As for Teofimo, he remains confident that he will bring his A-level performance into the ring and make Rolly face a difficult challenge. He believes his speed, skill, and experience will create problems throughout the fight. Promising a brutal performance, Teofimo is determined to remind fans why he was once considered one of boxing's most dangerous young champions.
Hey, thank you, Max, for having me. I'm super excited to talk about my next upcoming match. Yep, the takeover, welterweight division. Let's go.
How are you going to approach this fight against Rolly Romero?
How am I gonna approach it? Really, honestly, just with just boxing his head off. You know, getting back to my fundamentals and my basics. That's really what I'm focused on. And in this upcoming match with Rolly, you know, I know they say he's a heavy hitter. We've, you know, got in the ring a few times in sparring, but nothing's like a real fight. So I look forward to a real showdown with him.
Addressing the doubts surrounding his recent form and the criticism after his Shakur Stevenson fight, Teofimo promises fans they will see a completely different version of him. He believes he has learned from his mistakes and improved significantly. Beyond that, he credits his time working with Floyd Mayweather, explaining that the lessons gained from that experience will play a major role in his preparation for Rolly.
No, we're not seeing the old TO, we're not seeing the old takeover, we're seeing the new and improved. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing someone that's actually here to set a better path for the sport of boxing, and it starts August 22nd.
How much of what Floyd you picked up from Floyd being in the gym with them for a couple of months? What are you gonna put into this fight from picking up with Floyd?
What I learned from Floyd, honestly, was you gotta take care of yourself. You know, you gotta stay in the gym though. You gotta lock in. You gotta maintain on that. But then most importantly, it's about perfecting your stuff without changing more and adding more. You just gotta perfect what you have. If it's worked and it's continued to make you a champion, you stay on that, you know? And he taught me that very well. He didn't even have to say much.
On the other hand, Rolly also remains confident while addressing the doubts about being overlooked as a serious threat in the division. He believes he is the fighter many opponents have avoided, including Devin Haney and previously Teofimo. Heading into the showdown, Rolly reflects on his victory over Ryan Garcia, explaining how that moment helped him discover his true potential and continue developing into a more dangerous competitor.
Ryan, Conor Ben,
Right, Conor Ben, yes, Ryan Garcia.
Tio one time.
Yeah, everyone wants Rolly. What is it about Rolly that everybody wants a piece of?
Wait, no, none of them want to fight me.
No, but why were there so many talks?
No, well, yeah, but then none of them went through.
So you think they're ducking you?
They literally all ducked me. They literally physically all ducked me, every single one of them. Like, bro, like, that's not a joke. And, you know, lucky for me, Tio is, will fight anybody. Literally will fight anybody, so.
Well, look, if people don't want to fight you, I think we all know why, right? You have an awkward style, you clearly can punch, and to me, it seems like 147 is your best weight yet. You look so strong and stout against Ryan Garcia. Everyone said that you were going to get dominated, right? You won the fight clearly. How did that fight change your life?
If God is with you, nobody can be against you, nobody can defeat you.
Speaking on the upcoming fight, Teofimo Lopez Sr. pushed back against the criticism surrounding his son's loss to Shakur, calling it a night where Teofimo mentally got caught up in the wrong approach. He believes fans will witness the real version of his son against Rolly. He also sees this as an opportunity for Teofimo to become a 3-time world champion while criticizing other title holders as not being authentic.
Like, I know when he's ready, you know what I'm saying? You know, we came out short with Shakur, but that was in my son, you know? They got him mentally. And, you know, you see my son, the way he fights, everybody thought that he gave the fight for money, you know? Getting hit with the jab the whole night, that's not my son. My son he adapts to the fighters right away. So, right now we got Rolly. You know, we're gonna become a 3-time world champion. I mean, a real world champion, because a lot of these phony guys, they call them 4-time world champions, but they fight vacant belts, you know? So, we're fighting real champions, you know. My son is already a Hall of Famer, beat Josh Taylor, which actually was undisputed because he had let go of the 3 belts.
The mission is clear. Team Lopez is aiming for a dominant victory over Rolly, and Lopez Sr. is filled with confidence that this will be the moment his son truly takes control. He dismisses concerns about the weight division, claiming nobody at 147 can match Teofimo. He also reveals that bigger opportunities are already being considered, with Rolly viewed as only one step toward facing more significant names.
No, we are going to win this fight, you know, there's no doubt about it, you know. My son is way more skilled than Rolly. He could take a punch, and my son could hit. So, you know, he's going to be more comfortable at this weight division. 147 is gonna be way easier for him. I don't see nobody in the 147 that could take my son. And we're gonna move on, man. After this fight, we'll get Ryan, you know, for some big money, and hopefully he takes the fight, and hopefully he beats Conor Ben, because Conor Ben is a tough dude, you know. So that fight is very, like, you know, it's scary for both of the fighters, you know. So let the best man win, and then we'll fight whoever, you know. Conor Ben or Ryan Garcia, you know what I'm saying? Or Devin Haney, whoever wants to fight us.
And things are not calm in Rolly's camp either, as World Championship trainer Ismael Salas, known as the Master of Fundamentals, explains why he believes his fighter can defeat Teofimo. Salas points to moments from Teofimo's recent performances that raised concerns, arguing his legs have shown signs of decline over time. He believes moving up in weight will create even more challenges for Teofimo in this matchup.
Even, you know, I tell him you the truth. If you like to know when the fighters start to get age as a fighter, no biological age as a fighter, you can see his legs. Teofimo showed in the last fight, his legs start to crumble. And the fight before, I think the same card with Rolly Romero, and there in New York. He won their fight, but he not shine as well. Maybe can be because he started struggling with the 140.
Yes.
And moving up to 147.
Furthermore, Salas reveals that Rolly has refined his abilities and transformed into a fighter who is no longer easy to break. Beyond his performance against Ryan, he highlights the energy inside the camp, the dedication toward their goal, and the unity among every team member. According to Salas, that level of preparation and commitment speaks volumes, and he remains confident that victory is waiting for Rolly.
My main point with Rolly Romero is a mindset. So it's when he really came to me, it's like a good and big office with many files, orders spread around. With me, I bring all those files together. That will be an organized office. So it's he get already mature. I can tell you the way he approached to training, the way he listened to every one of us, because it's not only Salas, it's a teamwork. It's a teamwork. Every one of our teamwork have a part in our job, you know. I'm Rolly, you can see Rolly as solid. He showed with Ryan Garcia.
Providing a technical breakdown, Sean Zittel highlights the issues Teofimo has shown against fighters who pressure forward, pointing back to his bout with Arnold Barboza. He believes Rolly's unorthodox style could create major problems, with his awkward movements, unpredictable approach, and powerful punches giving Teofimo a difficult challenge. In Zittel's view, those unique qualities could disrupt Teofimo's rhythm and play a crucial role in deciding the outcome.
Teo struggles more with patient fighters, but they are fighters that punch off the back foot. Rolly will get some spring in his step and shuffle around, but he doesn't punch off that movement a lot. When it's time to punch, he plants in the center of the ring. Can Teo, when he did that against a guy who didn't have the foot speed to punch on the back foot like Barboza, his quickness in the center of the ring was too much for Barboza. Rolly is a better athlete, a twitchier guy, definitely with more power than Barboza. How does that figure out in the fight? Now that Rolly's more patient, and patience is what gives Teo more problems instead of opening up like Rolly used to, which allows Teo to do what he does best, counterpunch.
Right. Stepping into the conversation, Sean Porter highlights how both training camps could play a major role in shaping the outcome. He points to the uncertainty surrounding Teofimo's corner, especially after fans saw his father's involvement during the Shakur fight. Porter believes that creates a major risk for Teofimo. Meanwhile, he sees Rolly having an advantage with Ismael Salas, whose experience and versatility could bring out the best version of him.
Whatever my coach told me that I'm gonna see it, and until I see it, I can't do, you know, anything that I haven't trained to do, you know. So I think Teofimo's gonna be more of the dictator than we've ever seen him be in the past. So I think some of those are some of the attributes we're gonna see in this fight. I think I like it. I like it for both these guys.
Is Rolly, it's funny, as I sink my teeth into this fight, it's not an easy fight It's not an easy fight to predict. Teo at the books is a slight favorite. That's because of his overall skill set, and he's the much more decorated and accomplished fighter. I know Rolly's won a couple belts along the way in a couple weights, but he's never really threatened as the man of any division, and Teo's been the man in both divisions he's fought in.
Furthermore, Porter shared his assessment of both Rolly and Teofimo's boxing abilities, breaking down the strengths each fighter brings into the matchup. He especially focused on Teofimo's past struggles against certain opponents, explaining that this fight presents a crucial opportunity. Porter believes Teofimo must prepare properly, make the right adjustments, and adapt his style to handle Rolly's pressure, power, and unpredictable approach inside the ring.
Teo's dad is going to train Teo for everything that he's already trained Teo to do. And now Teo is going to be in a position where he's got to do some things a little bit differently, right? So to the point of a patient fighter. Well, you've struggled with patient fighters in the past because you were taught to be that explosive counterpuncher that can be first when you want to be first. But your rhythm is more of a counterpunching rhythm. And so when guys come in the ring and they in the middle of the ring waiting on him, now it becomes this waiting game because I have been trained to have this be first and then the techniques on what I do after I'm first. So that's the biggest adjustment that Teofimo, in my opinion, is going to have to make. To me, now he's in a position where he can make that adjustment. The question is he going to be trained?
Greg Hackett explained why he is supporting Rolly in this matchup. He believes the biggest difference comes down to mindset, claiming Teofimo is fighting for financial gain rather than legacy. Hackett predicts that Teofimo will face a difficult night against Rolly, describing him as a fighter with a completely different mentality and the kind of determination that can create serious problems inside the ring.
When it comes to that fight, I'm picking Rolly. I like Rolly for sure.
Yeah. I'd be surprised too how much you be tapped in while coaching. I ain't gonna lie, but you like Rolly in the fight.
Yeah.
Why?
I seen from Rolly he's becoming better as far as his discipline. He's keeping his hands up high. His decision making is better, and I think Teofimo is right now he's just fighting for the money. I don't think it's about legacy. I don't think it's about getting better. I think it's strictly about money now. So because it's strictly about money, his heart isn't fully in it, and I think Rolly Romero is going to run down. I think he's going to punish him.
Hackett has been observing Rolly's preparation closely and remains confident that his work speaks for itself. In his view, Rolly's game plan, style, and technique are improving every day. He understands Teofimo will look to box and use his skills, but believes Rolly cannot rely only on pressure. Instead, he must apply intelligent aggression, stay composed, and use his physical advantages to break Teofimo down.
He definitely going to box Rolly. There's no point in him sitting there trying to rip with Rolly. Rolly will tear his head off. But I think Rolly will catch up to him within time. Rolly, like I said, is getting better. He's working on his game, and I've seen it. And you know, I think by the time they fight, Rolly he'll be ready. Like an 8-4 Rolly.
8-4 Rolly. Oh wow. So you feel like, you know, now a lot of people are talking about this. Rolly.
The predictions are divided, the confidence is high, and now Teofimo Lopez and Rolly Romero must prove who truly belongs at the top.
Rolly got like what Crawford got. A lot of guys don't pay attention to the differences in core strength, grip strength, and so on. Like guys who wrestle, like Rolly used to do judo. You know what I'm saying? Like guys who wrestle and guys who do jiu-jitsu, stuff like that, they grip strength is crazy, and punching power come from your forearms. Like your grip strength in your forearm, you get more power out of that than you do out of the bicep and shoulder. So your punching power comes from that. So guys that got good grip strength, they can probably carry their power up because they stronger where it matters, where it matters or where it counts. So Rolly gonna hit hard no matter what, I think, because of his background. A lot of guys don't give a lot of credit to that, but that's grip strength. I think Dre Ward even talked about that when he's talking about how Kovalev, he's like, how can he punch so hard but be so weak when it comes to, it could be a good performance for him, because I think Rolly coming. If you don't jump out there on Rolly early, Teofimo gonna get knocked out. And the reason I say that is I haven't seen Teofimo carry his power or not only up in weight but late in fights. You know what I'm saying? Later in fights he wears down. I look at him as more of a front runner type of fighter, where if he beats you and gets you down or gets you out of here and the fight going his way for the first 6 rounds, he got you. If it's blank or he really don't open up fast, Rolly will get him out of here in 7 or 8. You know what I mean? Because eventually he's gonna start landing punches and punishing him. You know what I mean? I think he'll get him out of here in 7 or 8. So Teofimo needs to jump on Rolly early, make it a fight early, get his off early before he wears down.
Will Teofimo silence the doubters with his skills, or will Rolly's power and pressure create another major upset? Share your prediction in the comments, and subscribe for more boxing breakdowns, expert reactions, and fight updates.